Well, let's move on now to our big focus this evening. A huge push as far as foreign direct investment in the country is concerned. But a day after all of those big decisions, is the government's survival now increasingly looking to be under a threat? Joining us to discuss this, Manish Tiwari, Lok Sabha MP of the Congress Party and spokesperson of the party, Sudhindra Kulkarni, think tank central of the BJP and a senior leader in the party, Kamal Farooqi, National Secretary of the Samjwadi Party, and Patrick Follis, a senior journalist with The Economist. Thank you all very much for joining us. Manish, let me come to you first and begin with a quote from Ravi Shankar Prasad of the BJP, who says, FDI in retail has been opened under pressure of foreign companies and to get a brownie point in the foreign media, because of late the foreign media had also started criticizing Dr. Manmohan Singh. How do you respond?
Well, the problem with the Bharatiya Janata Party, and specifically my friend Ravi Shankar Prasad, is that they try and run with the hare and hunt with the hound. You know, when they are in government, there is absolutely a different yardstick altogether. It's a different matter that they have not been in government for 9 years now. And when they are in the opposition, you know, the shoe is always on the other foot. You know, if you would recall that the same Bharatiya Janata Party which initiated the next steps in strategic partnership in 2004, you know, made it their fundamental grain to oppose the Indo-US civil nuclear engagement, you know, vociferously between 2004 and 2009. So I think the important thing for the BJP to understand is that each of these initiatives has to be evaluated on its own merit. You know, the reason why FDI in retail has been opened up, because it's only an enabling policy framework. It is not incumbent upon states which do not think it is in their interest at this point in time to really implement the FDI in multi-brand retail. Insofar as FDI in aviation is concerned, all your aviation companies are hemorrhaging. They require that infusion. Insofar as FDI in information and broadcasting is concerned, as you're heading towards digitization, there would be infusion which would be required in the carriage sector. So therefore, each of these initiatives has been very sectorally, very well thought out.
Sudhindra Kulkarni, how do you respond to that? I mean, some would say it's very valid of what the Congress is saying. If you don't like FDI and multi-brand retail, don't do it in your states. But at this stage, there are also many people who feel that while at the center, the BJP might oppose it, many of the states that you rule might actually choose to go ahead.
You see, first of all, the BJP is not against economic reforms. But the nature of the reform, the timing of the reforms say a lot about the predicament of the government. This government has a tendency to hype up certain initiatives as if they are the panacea for all the ills of the economy. You know, 4 years ago, they did the same with regard to the Indo-US nuclear deal. They said that if only this deal is unveiled, it will solve the power problems of India. 4 years later, where does that deal stand? What has it really produced? Similarly, FDI in retail is being touted as the solution to many of the problems, whether it's unemployment or crisis in India's agriculture. You know, to think that foreigners will come and solve India's problems is deluding oneself and, of course, misleading the people.
Okay, fair enough. Kamal Farooqi, we heard Akhilesh Yadav today, the Chief Minister of UP, criticize FDI. He says that, and he's also criticized the fuel price hike, I'm told. But as far as your support to the centre is concerned, to what extent does that remain unchanged?
No, in fact, you would very kindly appreciate that we have already just 2 days before, we have decided very specifically in our working committee that we are totally against this FDI in the retail. And this is more on the philosophical ground, because we personally feel that this opening of the FDI in the retail, in fact, it is going to be very harmful for the small traders.
My question to you is about support. My question to you is about support. Does that change?
As far as the support is concerned, definitely our national leadership will take a call on this. But as far as we are concerned, we are totally against it, and we are not going to allow it not only in our state, but we'll try all, whatever is in our power, we'll try to stop it.
So in other words, there is nothing so far to suggest that you're going to withdraw your support, in the sense that you're an alliance partner of the communist support.
Nobody has,
right. So that support
nobody has said it.
remains.
Nobody has said it to you. Nobody has said it to anybody. All the options are open.
All the options, including possibly seizing that support.
When we are saying all, that means all.
India's #1 news app just got even better. Download NDTV's new app. Fully optimized for retina display. Full screen view. Faster response time. And Sudoku. NDTV's new iPad app. Download now.